Dear current and future shareholders, my name is Ola Ringdahl and I'm the CEO of the Lindab Group. In my presentation today I would like to take you through a bit of a glance at 2020, but mainly focus on the future. Lindab is a ventilation company going through a very exciting transformation process, where we are going from more of a traditional company into a very future-oriented sustainable company, and we are trying to highlight a few of the key themes of our strategy on the slide that you can see here. It's important to us to be the market leader in the countries where we are active, so that we have a strong position and we can be profitable in order to invest in the future. We also want to be a truly local company in the countries where we are, so that the customers really feel that we are their local partner. Efficiency is another key theme for the Lindab Group. We have a vast operation throughout Europe of manufacturing sites as well as logistic and distribution points. And we need to make sure that we have the most modern equipment and the best processes, so that we are the most efficient player in the industry. And quality is another key theme for Lindab, and it has always been. We are known for our extraordinary quality, and we want to make sure that this remains one of the most prominent features of the Lindab Group. Finally, we want to be seen as the trusted partner for all the customers that we work with, but also with our suppliers and our partners throughout the industry. These focus areas are the foundation of our strategy, but we need to make sure that we implement the strategy in a sustainable way. I believe that Lindab has always been very aware of the importance of working in a sustainable way. We've always cared about that, and it's not until in the last couple of years when this terminology of being a sustainable company has become a bit modern. In Lindab we create a good indoor air environment for the people who spend time indoors, and we do spend a lot of our time indoors. And we want to make sure that we are healthy and productive during those hours that we spend indoors. Lindab is also we are doing our part to reduce the environmental impact from our customers when it comes to constructing and deconstructing buildings, when it comes to running them, operating them, heating them, cooling them, ventilating them, etc. And finally, we as a company, we want ourselves to run a sustainable operation, and we take the highest possible care to reduce scrap, environmental impact from transports and from production, and also to interact in the local society and taking good care of our employees along the way. In Lindab we summarize our sustainability activities under the headline Lindab for a better climate. I believe that working in a sustainable way will lead to improving profitability. Now, if we look back at 2020 and the years before that, of course 2020 was a very special year. We are still in the COVID-19 pandemic, and it had a huge impact on 2020. And we can see here that the net sales actually declined in 2020 for the Lindab Group. And that is due to the pandemic, absolutely. But at the same time, since we are a company getting in better and better shape, and through very, very focused and dedicated work by all my colleagues throughout the group, we managed to improve the profitability during a very difficult year. And we aim to continue that journey now, of course, leaving the pandemic behind us, hopefully quite soon. We hope that we will see revenue growth, but we also aim to steadily improve the profitability. Improving profitability leads to a stronger company that can invest in its own future. And we are showing this in many different ways. Lindab should be a shareholder-friendly company, and I think that we have shown to our shareholders that we are taking good care of them. We have paid dividend. We paid last year, even though we were in a crisis, and we are increasing dividend quite a lot this year. The share price development has been very positive, which I see as a as a proof that our shareholders believe that we are on the right track. We are working in a sustainable way, and we are running a really high quality business operation. Lindab is now implementing the largest investment program ever. And last year we invested over 400 million SEK in different projects. We are screening hundreds of investment ideas from all over the organization when we are selecting the most attractive ones that make good sense to implement quickly. And we see a very attractive payback on the projects. The main focus is within automation and efficiency improvements, but we also spend quite a lot on adding capacity and improving safety for our workers. So this is very exciting, and I'm personally very involved in the investment program, and I see that this will make us a stronger company, and it gives a good chance to improve profitability in the years to come. Let's look at a few examples of investments that we are making in different countries in Europe. We have a large ventilation factory in Denmark, and we are expanding that so that we can take care of new customer requirements. One example is the wind turbine ventilation that now has a dedicated building in Haderslev in Jutland in our Danish operation. We are also investing heavily in our rectangular duct production, both in Haderslev and outside Copenhagen. In Tallinn in Estonia, we are doubling the production space in order to triple the possible output from that factory, supplying the Baltic states, but also Finland with critical components for ventilation. And in our central factory in Prague in Czech Republic, we are conducting a number of very advanced automation projects where we are installing complete lines designed by ourselves and state-of-the-art so that we can produce all the different types of ventilation fittings in a super efficient way. In Lyon in France, we are currently in the middle of an expansion as well. We are doubling the warehouse and production space so that we can supply even more products to our growing organization and our growing sales within France, and also with some export opportunities. And the final example on this slide is in Manchester in the UK, where we have combined the operation from a couple of older facilities and made and constructed a completely new factory with new automated equipment to supply the UK with ventilation products. Then we have a number of examples from our Swedish sites as well, and as you might know, we have our home base in the Bjäre Peninsula in the south of Sweden, and right now there is a lot of activity. We are doubling the area of Lindab Steel, our steel service center, to enable us to have a higher stock of the necessary steel that we need in our operation. We are building a new experience center with showroom and meeting facilities where we can bring customers to our ventilation factory in Grevie. And in our profile factory in the neighboring village Förslöv, we are constructing a 9,000 square meter new logistics center, and we are investing in a state-of-the-art automated sheet metal processing center that we can run 24/7 basically unmanned, and it will be super efficient as well. So just a few examples, but we are really going through an exciting time in terms of investments. With the strong cash flow generated by Lindab's increasingly profitable business, we have also been able to finance a number of interesting acquisitions. We made 4 acquisitions and 1 strategic investment during 2020 despite the COVID-19 pandemic, and I think this is a sign of strength. These are all profitable companies within the ventilation business. We have 2 companies from Sweden, 1 company from Ireland, 1 company from Norway, and 1 company from Denmark. So it's a good geographic spread as well. And they have developed, since we took over, they have developed really well within the Lindab family. And we have a very interesting pipeline of possible new acquisition targets as well. So we hope to come back with some news about that in the future. So, to summarize Lindab's position, we believe that we have a very interesting and strong position in a growing market. The market for ventilation equipment is growing because of all the energy saving requirements in buildings and also people's demand to have better indoor air quality. And this is of course further supported by different types of regulation within the European Union, also within national governments in Europe. Lindab is in a good position to benefit from these market trends. We are the leader in the ventilation industry with a strong and recognized brand and very good availability wherever we operate. And I think another key aspect of why we're able to benefit from these trends is that we have an organization that is really focused on execution. We have decentralized the responsibilities within the group over the past couple of years, and all our managers and country managers, they feel the highest possible responsibility for the results that they deliver. And that of course includes being able to grow and take market share. It includes having the right offer for your products within your local market and driving efficiency improvements and the right adjustments to our logistics setup so that the customers get the best possible service. On top of that, we have of course the large investment program running that will benefit our efficiency gains in the future, and we have an opportunity to be one of the companies that will actively consolidate the industry by making smart selected acquisitions going forward, and I think there are some quite interesting opportunities in that. So overall, I strongly believe that Lindab has some good and interesting years ahead of us, and I'm looking forward to that. And I want to thank our shareholders for the faith you put in us, and I want to thank all my colleagues throughout the group for their dedicated work. Thank you very much for listening.